Good to wake up. So I was able to sleep. Despite the pain in my head, I was able to sleep. Feeling good today. It does feel good to wake up. Get this weight off my head, so to speak. Feeling really good, man. Just getting a little cardio on my dog. Answer a lot of emails on these walks. Go for about a 30-minute walk. Answer a lot of my client emails at marclobliner.com. See where they're at. Check their updates. I'm able to do that while walking. Keep my brain going. Get some sunlight. And feeling good, so I haven't eaten or anything. Took all my pills. My Nectar, my Machine Greens, my Immortal, my Immunity Stack Plus with the quercetin, vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc. I took all that shit. So, haven't eaten yet. I'm pretty fucking hungry. Woke up this morning at 2:10, pretty much on the dot. And, yeah, couldn't say I could, other than a slight, throbbing pain in my head here and there, like constantly, I really can't say I could feel any better. Like, I feel really fucking good. Really good today. So, we get here at 1 o'clock. A man named Courtney English. We brought him on as an athlete. He's an IFBB pro physique guy. Local guy. Phenomenal guy. Great guy. The embodiment of what we want our company to be. Just a really good fucking dude. So, gonna train with him at 1. Announce his affiliation with the companies. And mainly 015, and get that going on. So as you guys know, Brandon they're closing down the border July 1st to Kuwait, so Brandon actually has to leave early, which means that all this stuff we do with him has to be overseas, which provides a little bit of a challenge, but we'll make it happen. But nonetheless, as you can tell, it's a beautiful day. And it's time to get to work. Get some fucking breakfast in. I'm starving. Is this my good side? Man, hopefully this just looks like another wrinkle, not just a big gash in my head. Anyway, so today, got the 2 eggs. Got the cream of Gaines. If you don't know how to make this, search cream of Gaines with a Z on YouTube. It's fucking amazing. And anyway, let me talk about my cream of Gaines. So, if you know, I have IBS and IBSD, the diarrhea version. So I take Imodium AD every day until today. I've tried it before, but I think I finally got my digestion to the point where I don't need to take Imodium AD, which would be a huge breakthrough for me. It means I've figured out my diet enough in what affects it and what doesn't. Now, I'll tell you what doesn't affect it. Peanut butter, outright bars, things like that don't affect it. It appears that removing my morning toast has, because since we went to Florida, I haven't had toast at all. And so Imodium AD stops you from going, and IBSD keeps you going. So right now I'm actually backed up a little bit, which makes me think that if I remove Imodium AD, I'll be perfect. We'll see what happens. If you guys are wondering, I'll keep you guys updated how my shit's going. So meal 2, a lot of times people ask, hey, how do you make the sludge? So I'm gonna make it. This peanut butter cup, Planta, okay? We'll rock 2 scoops of this. Now, the thing about plant protein sludge, it's basically a sponge. This stuff soaks up liquid like nothing else in this world. It just soaks it up, man. Just soaks it up. Let me clean as I go. All right, so almond milk, water, whatever you want to use. I like almond milk. That's fine. Go here. Boom. Toss some water. Now, how much water you use? I don't know. I just use enough. I use as little as a little bit, and then you'll see this thing thickens up like cement, bro. Like, look what it became, right? But I'm gonna show you, if you keep adding liquid a little bit at a time, it comes out in as good or better than a consistency as the whey. And it took me a while. Like, I used to think this shit was nasty in sludge. I was like, and then I saw Sean Torbati make it, and he just kept adding liquid, kept adding it. I'm like, bro, isn't that gonna be soupy? He's like, nah, dude. Because you gotta realize, like, when you need to dry something out, right? What do? You put in rice. So this is, at the end of the day, it's an extract, but it's still brown rice, right? Brown rice and pea. So it's still gonna have a lot of the properties, although it's just the protein extracted, of the original thing. Now, you'll notice how much this makes. This is only 40 grams of protein, right? So if you're on a diet, if you are trying to control your calories, one scoop of this only has 110 calories. This is only 220 calories for all of this, right? Now, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some berries. All right, so I'm gonna add some of this triple berry blend, which has blackberry, raspberry, and blueberry. All right, just a little bit of that. Okay, and my favorite berry, and potentially, in my opinion, one of the most healthy berries you can eat are blueberries. So I also add some blueberries on their own. I use a lot of fruit because my carb sources are mainly gonna be fruit and sweet potatoes. And I need a good amount of carbs to fuel me, and I'm gonna be training pretty hard today. So mix this in right now. And this is, what I do is after I mix it, I let it kind of sit for about 10 minutes. But here's the final project, right? Final product. So it's right here, buried in there. Doesn't get much better than that. We always stock the office with flexpromeals.com. Coupon code Lobliner saves you some money. But Matt, what is your favorite Flex Pro meal?
Right now, my go-to is the Smokin' Gun barbecue sandwich.
So you can have a sandwich mailed to you right to your house?
You can, and I don't know what kind of alchemy or magic they use, but somehow they get it where if you heat it up for a perfect 2 minutes and 15 seconds, the sandwich is nice and warm, but the coleslaw is still nice and cool.
Wow. Well, let's heat it up and see how it looks when it's all heated up. Do you smell what Matt Morano is cooking? God, this smells good.
It does smell good, and it tastes even better. First, let's go with the coleslaw.
Coleslaw. Coleslaw. What other meal prep could do coleslaw?
And it's still cool. I don't get it.
I don't know how to
understand it. So, it's a sandwich, but you can't pick it up because, it's barbecue. It's messy. So you got to go in.
The twist method?
Twist. You get the bread. There's even a little bit of cheese on there.
A little bit of cheese.
That's so good.
So the thing about Flex Pro Meals, they make macro to fit every goal. This actually fits my macros, fits Matt's macros. But if you are stringent, they have your normal sweet potatoes, your normal chicken. But honestly, your macros are similar for things like this. So live a little bit. So if you're looking for a great meal prep company, flexpromeals.com, coupon code Lobliner. That's not a game. Okay, so let's see what this head looks like. I don't even know how many stitches there are. I don't know how big the incision is.
Oh.
Wow, that's fucking terrible. Oh, goodness gracious. That is ugly.
Holy crap.
I did not expect that. It looks like I have brain surgery.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's definitely going to leave a mark. Kids, get your skin checked annually. Else you have a friggin' Frankenstein scar on your head. Gee whiz, I did not expect this. Shoulder day. Now, I normally don't do shoulder day because I box, and boxing requires a lot of shoulder movements. I love warming up with a lateral raise. This is a perfect machine, arms out, which means, well, the leverage isn't as advantageous as bent arms. Now, since I don't do calves much either because I do jump rope at boxing, I decided to superset these two, get them done at the beginning of the workout when I have the most energy and power to really focus on them. Next, I went on to a heavy compound movement. This is a shoulder press, Arsenal brand. Went from 1 plate, 2 plate to 3 plate, back down 2 plate to 1 plate, doing as many reps as possible. Right after I put that down, decided to work my rear delts, bringing it up. I love supersetting because you're able to do more volume and you're able to do more weight on exercises and fit it in a shorter amount of time. I really like them. This is the granddaddy of them all. Single arm overhead dumbbell press standing, works your entire body, is one of the best movements you can do for your core. I absolutely love these. I think everyone should do them. It not only promotes core integrity and back health, it works your abs better than anything. But man, talk about a shoulder contraction. Next, more rear delts, coming to the rear delt on the pec deck. Coming back, you don't have to go super heavy. Just get a nice contraction at the top, coming back, nice and slow, squeezing at the top. Getting a good squeeze. I couldn't go too heavy today because I did just have surgery on my head. If you guys have been following my TikTok, if you're not, it's at Marc Lobliner. Next, we got the full body coming into play, overhead barbell press. Now on these, since it's at the end, I'm going light, just repping out, did 5 sets of between 5 and 8 reps, repped it out, put it up, step back, grab dumbbells, and got some curls in there. Might as well bring your arms into play. I do both at the same time. You can do these unilaterally. I just kind of wanted to get it done. It was middle of the day. I had a lot of work to do. So I just want to get in, get out, get a quick workout in, get a pump. And again, shoulders are something I don't want to overtire because I'm boxing the next day. Finishing off with traps, just a little icing on the cake. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this style, comment down below. Just so you can see the layers on this, there's the wild salmon, that's the cauliflower rice, and that's the sweet potatoes. I'm gonna top it with these veggies, these Costco stir-fry veggies. See, if I would've just showed you this, y'all would've thought I'm a vegan or some shit like that. So I'm gonna show you what I top it with though. Put some Himalayan salt, and this is the most delicious shit ever. The G. Hughes sugar-free maple brown flavored. It is amazing. So here it is, man. That is gonna be delicious. We always stock the office with flexpromeals.com. Coupon code Lobliner saves you some money, but Matt, what is your favorite Flex Pro meal?
Right now, my go-to is the Smokin' Gun barbecue sandwich.
So you can have a sandwich mailed to you right to your house?
You can, and I don't know what kind of alchemy or magic they use, but somehow they get it where if you heat it up for a perfect 2 minutes and 15 seconds, the sandwich is nice and warm, but the coleslaw is still nice and cool.
Wow. Well, let's heat it up and see how it looks when it's all heated up. Do you smell what Matt Morano is cooking? God, this smells good.
It does smell good and it tastes even better. First, let's go with the coleslaw.
Coleslaw. Coleslaw. What other meal prep could do coleslaw?
And it's still cool. I don't get it.
I don't know how to
understand it. So, it's a sandwich, but you can't pick it up because, I mean, it's barbecue. It's messy. So you got to go in.
The twist method?
Twist. You get the bread. There's even a little bit of cheese on there.
A little bit of cheese.
That's so good.
So the thing about Flex Pro meals, they make macro to fit every goal. This actually fits my macros, fits Matt's macros. But if you are stringent, they have your normal sweet potatoes, your normal chicken. But honestly, like, your macros are similar for things like this. So live a little bit. So if you're looking for a great meal prep company, flexpromeals.com, coupon code Lobliner. That's not a game.